You woke up this morning, that alone, that's a gift, that's a blessing. Don't take it for granted. Some people didn't get that chance today. You did. So what's the first thing you're gonna do with that gift? Scroll through your phone, complain about the weather, or are you gonna get down on your knees and tap into the source? Let me tell you something real. Before the grind, before the hustle, before you touch your phone or your shoes or your coffee, you need to align your spirit. You need to center yourself, because this world, it will test you, it will press you, it will try to shake your peace and steal your focus. But when you start your day in prayer, you put on armor that nothing out there can penetrate. Prayer ain't just words, it's not some routine, it's connection, it's power, it's a declaration. When you say, thank you, when you say, guide me, when you say, strengthen me, what you're really doing is activating something deep inside you. You're reminding your soul that you're not walking into this day alone. See, some people wait until the end of the day to pray, after the chaos, after the stress, after they've already tried and failed on their own. But warriors, champions, leaders, they pray first. They pray before the battle because they know they can't afford to fight without clarity, without courage, without purpose. You've got goals, dreams, things you want to build. You've got people counting on you, so start your day with intention, not just to ask for blessings, but to become one. Not just to request strength, but to remind yourself that it already lives within you. You're not just praying for comfort, you're praying for fire. Fire to show up when you feel tired. Fire to stay focused when distractions come. Fire to keep going when nobody claps, nobody sees, and nobody believes but you. And I know sometimes you wake up heavy, worry, doubt, pressure, but listen to me. Morning prayer turns weight into wings. You may walk into that prayer dragging, but you come out ready, ready to lead, ready to serve, ready to dominate whatever the day throws at you. This isn't about religion. This is about rhythm. A rhythm that sets your mindset, that frames your day in power, that silences the noise and centers your soul. Because when you get that prayer in early, your focus is sharper, your patience is stronger, your vision is clearer. You stop reacting to the world and start directing your steps. So tomorrow, when you open your eyes, before anything else, close them again. Take a breath, speak with faith, be still, and step into the day not just awake, but alive. Because when you pray first, you don't just survive the day, you own it. Starting with gratitude and awareness, acknowledge the gift of waking up and recognize the opportunity it presents before anything else begins. Prayer as a source of power. Prayer is more than a ritual. It's a tool to center yourself, tap into your inner strength, and connect with a higher purpose. Focusing on alignment. Begin your day in prayer to align your spirit, mind, and body for the challenges ahead, helping you face the day with clarity and strength. Prepping for battle, not just comfort. Prayer is about preparing for the struggles and tests of the day, ensuring you're ready for whatever comes your way. Transforming challenges. Use morning prayer to shift your perspective, turning obstacles into opportunities and worry into strength. Prayer as a framework for success. Prayer shapes your mindset, giving you focus, patience, and resilience to navigate your day with purpose and intention. When you wake up in the morning, before your feet even hit the ground, take a moment to pause. Don't rush, don't jump into the chaos. Just breathe and acknowledge that you've been given another day to live, to grow, to be better. That alone is a gift. Many people won't get this chance today, but you did. So, what's the first thing you're going to do with this precious time? Before you even think about your to-do list or check your phone, take a moment to recognize the blessing of being alive. Gratitude shifts everything. It's the lens through which you start your day. When you recognize the opportunity you've been given, it changes the way you see everything that follows. The problems, the stresses, the challenges, they don't seem as big anymore. You're reminded that you have purpose. You are here for a reason. Every new day is a fresh chance to do something impactful, something that moves you closer to the person you're meant to be. Gratitude doesn't just set the tone for the day, it fuels your mindset. It's a mental reset. It's a reminder that no matter what's ahead, you're equipped with everything you need to handle it. Your strength, your ability, your resilience, all of it is inside you. You wake up in a position of power, but you have to choose to acknowledge it, choose to see it. Don't let the noise of the world drown out the stillness of this moment. Start your day grounded in the knowledge that you have been given another chance to rise and make a difference. Prayer is not just a habit, it's a source of raw, untapped power. It's not about memorized words or perfect phrasing. It's about connection, real, intentional connection. When you pray, you're not just speaking into the air. You're tapping into something bigger than yourself. You're aligning with a force that grounds you, centers you, and fuels you. It's where strength is drawn from when your energy feels low. It's where courage is renewed when doubt tries to creep in. In the stillness of that moment, in the quiet before the noise of the world begins, prayer reminds you who you are. It reminds you that you're not doing this alone. You have access to wisdom, to peace, to clarity, if you just take a moment to plug in. Just like a phone needs a charger to stay powered, your spirit needs that connection to stay lit. That's what prayer does. It recharges the soul. It's easy to think we have to carry everything ourselves, to wear strength like armor and push through with sheer will. But prayer gives you something even stronger. It gives you spiritual alignment. It puts things into perspective. It calms the chaos in your head and turns confusion into clarity. When your heart speaks honestly in prayer, it activates your focus, your resilience, your deeper sense of purpose. Prayer doesn't just prepare you for the day, it transforms you. It doesn't remove the obstacles, but it sharpens you to face them. And in a world that constantly pulls you in every direction, prayer is the moment that pulls you inward, centers you, and reminds you that everything you need is already within you. You just have to awaken it. Every great move starts with alignment. Before your body gets into motion, your spirit needs direction. That's what morning prayer does. It sets the course. It's the anchor that holds you steady before the winds of the day try to pull you off track. When you pray at the start of your day, you're not just talking to the universe or asking for help. You're aligning your energy, your purpose, and your mind with something higher, something steady, something unshakable. When your spirit is aligned, your steps become intentional. You're not just reacting, you're responding. You're not just busy, you're effective. Alignment means you're not moving through life on autopilot. You're aware, you're present, you're walking in purpose, and that gives your day meaning. It gives your actions clarity and weight. It gives you a reason to keep going when the pressure hits, because you're not just doing things. You're doing the right things for the right reasons. Without spiritual alignment, it's easy to fall into the trap of doing what looks urgent instead of what's truly important. It's easy to get distracted, to chase noise, to lose time and energy on things that don't serve you. But when you pray in the morning, you calibrate your heart, you adjust your focus, you enter the day with your eyes set not just on what's in front of you, but on where you're truly meant to go. That alignment helps you navigate the tough moments with grace. It helps you make choices with wisdom instead of fear. It helps you stay grounded when the world tries to shake you. Because when your spirit is in the right place, your life starts to follow. Everything starts to flow from that centered place. Prayer isn't just about seeking comfort. It's about preparing for battle. Life doesn't wait until you're ready. It doesn't soften its punches just because you're tired or uncertain. That's why you can't afford to step into your day unarmed. Morning prayer is your preparation. It's your strategy meeting. It's where you get your mind right, your heart steady, and your spirit focused. You're not just asking for peace, you're asking for fire. You're asking to be built up, sharpened, made ready for whatever is coming. When a warrior gets ready for battle, they don't wait until they're already in the fight to reach for their armor. They put it on first. That's what prayer is. It's spiritual armor. It covers your mind against doubt. It guards your heart against discouragement. It shields your vision from distractions that want to pull you off course. You're not begging to be rescued. You're stepping into your authority. This isn't about avoiding the hard stuff. It's about facing it head on, but with the strength that doesn't come from you alone. Prayer gives you perspective. It reminds you that setbacks don't define you, and pressure doesn't have to break you. It fuels your determination to keep going when the road gets rough. You don't just ask for strength, you step into it. You don't just hope for courage, you claim it. You walk out of that moment with a mindset that says, whatever today brings, I'm not just going to survive it, I'm going to overcome it. Because the prayer you pray before the storm is the strength that carries you through it. You prepare not just to make it through the day, but to conquer it, lead it, and rise above everything that tries to hold you back. Some mornings you wake up heavy. The weight of stress, fear, disappointment, or doubt sits on your chest before you even open your eyes. It's real, life gets hard. Responsibilities stack up, pressure builds, but that's exactly why morning prayer is so powerful, because it doesn't ignore the weight, it transforms it. Prayer takes what feels impossible and reminds you that you're not carrying it alone. It lifts what's crushing you and turns it into fuel for your growth. Prayer doesn't always change the situation, but it changes you in the situation. It shifts your perspective from why me to watch me. It pulls you out of the pit of worry and places your feet on solid ground. The problems might still be there, but suddenly you see them differently. You face them differently. You realize the mountain wasn't there to stop you. It was there to strengthen you, and that strength begins to rise the moment you decide to meet the weight with prayer instead of panic. When you speak to something greater in the morning, it reminds you of the power that's already within you. Prayer ignites your spirit. It turns confusion into clarity and pressure into purpose. What felt like a burden becomes your breakthrough. What felt like a setback becomes your setup. You step into your day not dragging your problems, but driving forward with renewed energy and vision. That's what morning prayer does. It transforms you from the inside out. It doesn't pretend life is easy. It equips you to face it with faith, courage, and unshakable focus. The weight that once held you down becomes the very force that pushes you forward. Prayer in the morning isn't just a spiritual act, it's a strategic move. It's how you set the tone for your entire day. Before the world starts pulling at your time, your attention, your energy, you take control. You decide how you're going to show up. You choose your mindset, your mood, your mission. That moment of prayer is where you build your mental framework for success. It's where you decide, I won't just go through this day, I'll lead it. When you start your day in prayer, distractions lose their power. You're not as easily thrown off by negativity because you've already locked into something deeper. You've rooted yourself in peace, in purpose, in clarity, and when the noise of the world gets loud, you don't have to react. You're already grounded. You already know who you are, what you're about, and where you're headed. Prayer becomes the lens through which you see the day. It helps you focus on what matters, not just what screams for attention. It keeps your spirit tuned to the bigger picture, so small setbacks don't shake you. You move with intention. You speak with grace. You lead with strength. And it's not by chance, it's because you built your mindset before the world had the chance to shape it for you. It's easy to think success is about hustle alone, but real power, it comes from inner alignment, from having a mindset that's calm in chaos and firm in faith. Morning prayer is the blueprint. It's how you make sure the foundation is strong before you start building the day. That one quiet moment becomes the force behind every decision, every step, every win that follows. So here you are, standing at the edge of another day, another sunrise, another blank page in the story you're writing. You've got choices to make, not just about what you'll wear, what emails you'll send, or what appointments you'll keep. I'm talking about the deeper choices, the ones that determine your attitude, your effort, your energy, the choices that shape the outcome before you even take your first real step into the day. And it all starts in that first moment. That sacred space before the noise begins, before the phone rings, before the world places demands on your time and your spirit. That's the space where prayer belongs. That's the space where battles are won in silence, where clarity rises above confusion, where strength is born not through muscle, but through surrender, surrender to peace, surrender to direction, surrender to something greater than yourself. Because what if the victories you're chasing don't come from doing more, but from pausing more? What if the real difference between a life of noise and a life of purpose is just one morning moment of stillness? That's where it all begins, right there in the quiet, right there in the whisper, right there when it's just you, your breath, and your Creator. No titles, no expectations, just presence, just truth. Every time you choose to pray before you move, you're reminding yourself that your power doesn't come from the world. It doesn't come from likes, status, money, or approval. Your power is internal, it's spiritual. It's built in the moments the world can't see, but that shape every moment the world will. And yes, some mornings will be harder than others. There will be days when you won't feel like praying. Days when you're rushed, frustrated, running late, or emotionally drained before you even leave your room. But those are the days when you need it most. That's when prayer goes from being a ritual to being your lifeline. That's when it becomes less about words and more about presence, less about formality and more about connection. Those are the days when a single whispered "help me" or "thank you" becomes enough to realign your soul and reroute your day. Because let's be real, the world isn't going to slow down for you. The demands won't suddenly vanish, but you don't need the world to slow down. You need to step into it already full, already focused, already steady, and that's what prayer gives you. A full tank when life wants to drain you. A clear compass when everything around you feels uncertain. You weren't created just to survive the day. You weren't made to drift, react, and repeat. You were made to lead, to rise, to shape the atmosphere around you with strength, presence, and peace. And that begins the moment you decide to stop letting the day control you and start owning it through intention, through purpose, through prayer. So tomorrow, and every day after that, don't let your first thoughts be fear or frustration. Let them be faith. Let them be focused. Take that time to breathe, to center yourself, to speak to the one who knows the path even when you can't see it. Because with that first prayer, you're not just starting your day, you're setting it on fire with clarity, courage, and conviction. You become unshakable. You become unstoppable. You walk into the world not searching for strength but carrying it, not hoping for direction but living with it. And day by day, morning by morning, that quiet commitment becomes the loudest statement of your life.